What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about one of the best Warlock subclasses in the current meta. Today's video will be focused around the Attunement of Grace subclass, and we'll be showing all the new changes that this subclass got and what makes it top tier. We'll also be discussing the best abilities and exotics for this subclass and how to optimize them for PvP. And lastly, we'll be covering some tips for PvP and how to get a lot of kills utilizing this subclass. All I ask is that if you enjoyed today's video, feel free to click that subscribe button for more Destiny 2 content. But with that out of the way, let's get into the video. For those who probably missed it, the Attunement of Grace subclass got a crazy buff in the most recent patches. For starters, with the release of the 30th anniversary, Bungie changed all super regeneration speeds. All super subclasses were put into 5 tiers. Tier 5 being the fastest and Tier 1 being the slowest. The Well of Radiance Super was placed in the Tier 5 category, thus giving it the fastest super regeneration in the game. But why should you be using the super? What does it matter that the super is the fastest? What benefit do you get out of using Well of Radiance? Well, in game modes such as Survival and Trials, rounds can be easily won by utilizing your super, especially in Trials of Osiris when the zone spawns very quickly. But not only that, in game modes like Trials of Osiris, you can utilize your Well of Radiance in those clutch moments when you need to revive your teammate and the situation calls for it. But that's not the only reason you should be utilizing this subclass. For starters, with the Well of Radiance having the fastest cooldown in the game, players don't have to focus 100% of their stats on intellect, which gives you an opportunity to focus on fun builds or overall stats like discipline, recovery, or strength. But staying on topic here with super cooldowns, with every subclass having slower super cooldowns, utilizing Well of Radiance is a huge benefit to your team. Not only will you be activating your super first, but this will allow you to generate 3 orbs for your teammates, thus allowing your teammates the ability to get their super much quicker. But what if I told you that the Well of Radiance got a buff a few seasons back and it got overlooked? In a previous patch, Well of Radiance got an increase in the damage resistance against enemy players from 20% all the way up to 40%, which is extremely noticeable. You feel almost unkillable inside your Well of Radiance. Now, you don't only utilize a subclass for its super. That would be pretty ridiculous. I'm here to tell you that the Attunement of Grace has one of the nastiest tool belts in the game. Not only does the tool belt benefit you, but it benefits your teammates even more. Now, unlike other subclasses for the Warlock, the Attunement of Grace has the ability Divine Protection, in which you hold to convert your grenade into a blessing that heals allies and drops overshields that you and your allies can pick up. Now, Divine Protection only works when you have a fully charged grenade. And for those who haven't played this season, in the most recent changes that came with the 30th anniversary, Bungie changed all the ability cooldowns, including grenades. With those changes, each grenade for the Warlock subclass has an individual timer and no longer is based off of one timer alone. Now, if you really want to take advantage of the Attunement of Grace subclass, I highly recommend you utilize Firebolt grenades. Firebolt grenades are going to have the fastest cooldown, thus allowing you to utilize them more often, meaning you'll be able to take full advantage of Divine Protection for you and your teammates. Alright, so you're rocking Firebolt grenades. How do we take full advantage of the healing grenades? Well, not only can you heal your teammates, but you can also heal yourself. This is such a great ability to have when utilizing weapons with bonus damage perks such as Kill Clip, Rampage, Swashbuckler, and even the Messenger's Desperado perk. Look, we all know the drawbacks when utilizing bonus damage perks. When you activate them, more than likely you're going to be one shot. You're going to be damaged. But by utilizing Divine Protection, you can negate this damage, thus allowing you to take full advantage of those bonus damage perks. Alright, so you can heal yourself. Alright, but let's not forget that you can toss this grenade in front of you, thus allowing you to open up windows of opportunity for you and your teammates. You can preemptively throw this grenade in front of you and your team right before you guys jump into an engagement, ultimately allowing you and your teammates to capitalize on that play. Where you really see Divine Protection shine is in game modes like Trials of Osiris and Survival. It can be the difference of keeping your teammates alive on a push opportunity, or when you're getting collapsed on by your enemies, you can throw a grenade on yourself and keep you guys in the fight. Shoot, you can even utilize it to clutch up on those last Guardian standing plays. Check this out.
Just the two of you now. Fight!
Yep. Welcome to my lobby. Now, before we close this section out, let's talk about one more ability. And that ability is Benevolent Dawn. Healing or empowering your allies regenerates your grenade, your melee, and your rift energy. Guys, this perk goes hard. You're going to be boosting your grenade, melee, and rift energy simply by being a team player. If you pop a rift, your teammates are more than likely going to utilize it, further enhancing your ability cooldowns. But not only that, if you utilize Divine Protection on your teammates, you just now enhance your ability cooldowns even further. Alright, so we got some sweet grenades that can boost your survivability, and you have a built-in charger every time you heal your teammates. What else does this subclass have? Well, you do have the ability Guiding Flame, in which when you strike an enemy with a fully charged melee ability, you inflict burn damage, empower yourself and nearby allies. For those wondering, Guiding Flame grants you and nearby allies a 25% bonus damage buff, which is extremely noticeable. Look guys, when I throw on a shotgun, I shotgun. I get up in there and shotgun. I don't mess around. But there are times when I need to clean up my enemy with a melee because either my shotgun didn't register correctly or I didn't land all my pellets. Well, in those situations, all you need to do is clean up your enemy with a melee. This is going to activate the perk Guiding Flame, and now you can engage the next target with bonus damage perks. But with that out of the way, how are we going to make this subclass even stronger? Well, let's talk about exotics. Now, the exotic that gave me the most bang for my buck is going to be the exotic helmet, Eye of Another World. This exotic comes with the perk Cerebral Uplink, highlights priority targets, and improves the regeneration speed of your grenade, melee, and rift abilities. As you can tell from the chart, you do have diminishing returns the higher your discipline is, and I found that the sweet spot is going to be in the tier 5 section, bringing my grenade cooldown from 45 seconds to only 33 seconds. All of that doesn't even factor in Benevolent Dawn, further enhancing your grenade cooldown. Plus, by utilizing this exotic, you don't need to focus all your stats on having faster cooldowns on your abilities. You can focus those stats now on intellect. Now, maybe you're not a fan of the Eye of Another World. Well, you can always use the exotic leg armor, the Boots of the Assembler, which come with the exotic perk Blessing of the Order. Standing in a healing rift creates noble seekers that seek out allies that are not in a rift and heal them. And yes guys, if you're wondering, this perk does stack with Benevolent Dawn, which is going to lead to some crazy synergy. But maybe that's not your cup of tea. You can always utilize the exotic helmet, the Stag. The Stag comes with the exotic perk Dearly Departed. Your rift provides damage reduction to allied guardians standing in it, grants rift energy when you're critically wounded. On your death, creates a healing rift on your corpse. Look, who are we kidding? The Stag is an extremely powerful exotic. The amount of damage reduction is very noticeable and will make you almost unkillable in your rift. And your teammates who decide to stand in your rift not only get damage reduction, but also activate the perk Benevolent Dawn, lowering your cooldown of your abilities. What really is the best thing about this subclass is that you can utilize almost any exotic and get the most out of it. You're not limited to a certain exotic. Any exotic you choose will complement any playstyle if you use it properly. Alright, let's close out this video with a few tips and tricks on how to use this subclass in PvP. When it comes to game modes like Trials of Osiris and Survival, don't be afraid to throw a healing grenade behind your teammates. This is a good habit to have, since if your teammates back away from the gunfight to take cover, they'll back away into your healing grenade, allowing them to get back in the fight much sooner, potentially keeping them alive and winning the gunfight. Also, don't be afraid to throw healing grenades at your teammates even if they're not in a gunfight. If you have a good amount of discipline, then you won't even notice your grenades being gone. Now, using your super in trials can be a bit stressful and chaotic, which is why I recommend if you plan on utilizing your Well of Radiance, try using Divine Protection on yourself before moving into position in case you need to pop your super. Lastly, try your best to heal yourself behind cover. This is going to allow you ample time to consume your grenade and re-engage. The last thing you want to do is stand out in the open taking damage trying to heal yourself. You're ultimately going to end up dead. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, a like is greatly appreciated. If you're new to the channel and would like to see more Destiny 2 content, then feel free to click that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on all notifications. I really do appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out. You guys have a good one, and I will see you in the next video.